Bud Crawford says Mikey Garcia was just used to catapult Errol Spence to a different level. I got a problem with this, man. Let's talk.
Push the weight in our flex. Flex alive is more than the six. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Just a little while ago, I came across this article on Boxing Scene. Link will be in the description. I'm just going to go ahead and read some things, but I had to talk about this title, man. So Bud says Mikey Garcia was used to catapult Errol Spence to a different level. He was used. Now, I'm just going to read this for the first time, okay? But I'm looking at the title. But Bud is saying that from what I'm looking at the title, the PBC used Mikey Garcia, meaning that they used his star power, his fan base to catapult Errol Spence to a different level, which means, what is he trying to say? The fix was in? Oh, we know how to put Errol ahead of the 8 ball. This is how you do it. Put him in there with a Mexican fighter. Well, Mikey's American, but Mexican-American fighter. I'm going to read it in a second. But check this out. Errol still had to win that fight, man. And if you remember leading up to this fight, there was a lot of people picking Mikey to outclass and beat Errol. This seems like yesterday for me, but I'm going to go ahead and read what's being said here. Terrence Crawford never felt that he could get a fair shake from Al Heyman so long as he was on the wrong side. Oh, my God. Well, let me stop right there for a second. Bud had a couple of opportunities to go to the PBC, and he refused. So maybe if you was at the PBC, you'd have got more opportunities or just as much opportunities as Errol got. You ever thought, man, I can't believe this, man. And see, this is the part. It's things like this, and I didn't even get to the rest of the article yet. But I could already tell I'm not going to like it. These are the things that people question about Bud. Oh, come on. All right. Crawford recently lifted the lid on his side of the negotiations for the scuttled, undisputed welterweight bout between him and Errol Spence Jr. during his Instagram live tell-all. Crawford pointed the finger at Spence's longtime handler, PBC's founder, Al Heyman, for refusing to be transparent with him on certain financial issues and for not considering an outside investor's supposedly guaranteed money as a major reason why a deal could not take place. If y'all saw that live, if it's still on his Instagram, I haven't checked. I follow him on the gram, but to be honest with you, after I watched the live, because I watched it live, there was so many holes. It was actually cringeworthy. I said, man, if I Need a PR Person was a person, he didn't need to do that, man. There was so many holes in that. But people that don't follow this thing with a critical eye, and people that are such unconditional Bud Crawford fans, all they heard was $25 million apiece. And he said when Errol mentioned back end money, they were like speaking two different languages. That's because Errol really is his own boss and he understands business. He understands percentages. What you saw, and for those of you that understand, you saw an owner, which would be Errol Spence, talking to someone with an employee mentality. $25 million is a lot of money. But 10 years down the road, percentages is what matters. 25 million straight up sounds like a lot, but 10 years down the road, when this fight is, whoever has rights to the fight, when they air it, who gets paid for that? You might have, those investors may have given out 50 million, but down the road, it might have been worth 300 million. That's what you want. But Al Heyman was he was not being transparent when you didn't want to tell Errol who the investors were. You spoke to Al Heyman on the phone, bud. Come on, man. Come on. Okay, let me just go ahead and read. Crawford, the WBO belt holder at 147, is now scheduled to face David Avnesian December 10th in Crawford's hometown of Omaha, Nebraska on Black Prime, an obscure outfit that is purportedly offering Crawford an extravagant purse. In his Instagram live stream, they're speaking on it, Crawford spoke positively about Al Heyman as a person, but he said he could never ignore the fact that Al Heyman and Spence welfare, he had Spence's welfare chiefly in mind. He said, Al Heyman, I'm just going to go through this thing. There's a lot to be read. I'm going to put the link in the description for you to read on your own. He said, like I said before, Al is a cool dude. Crawford said during a recent interview on DAZN, I like him, but at the same time, Errol Spence is his guy. Oh, boy. Could have been your guy, too. A question was then posed to Crawford as to why he simply could not link up with Al Heyman to become one of his guys. I just asked that. I've been asking that. If only on the fight-by-fight basis, in similar fashion, similar to Mikey Garcia. What's stopping you from being one of his guys? Co-host Brackets Rest asked Crawford. Even if it's a fight-by-fight basis, Mikey Garcia and other guys did that. What's stopping you from being on that level? Wow. They go down Mikey Garcia's resume, Adrian Broner, Sergey Lipinets, Robert Easter Jr., all fights in which he did well at. He was working with Al Heyman in the PBC on a consultant basis, fight by fight, and Mikey never complained. So they're asking why didn't Bud do the same thing? But Crawford responded by saying he feels Mikey Garcia was simply used by Al Heyman to fodder for Spence, and his evidence to Crawford that Garcia was not properly looked after. In 2019, Garcia valiantly moved up a few divisions to face Spence in a welterweight match at the AT&T in Arlington, Texas, but the intriguing contest was hardly competitive, with Spence outboxing the much smaller Garcia with ease over 12 rounds. Wait a minute. Bud. One of Bud's major things that his fan base want everyone to look at is how many divisions he moved up. Him becoming undisputed at 140 and moving up multiple weight divisions. Now he's at 147 and he's a title holder. So these are the things that the fan base and Bud wants us to acknowledge, and those are the things that he wants us to agree with as he asked for 50% of everything when this whole thing got started between him and Errol. Those are the things that you wanted us to look at, Bud. I came from multiple weight divisions. I was undisputed at 140. I'm a title holder at 147. I deserve 50-50. Okay, Garcia went up several divisions to face, well, not several, but you know what I'm talking about, to face Errol. And a lot of people favored Mikey to win that fight. Now you want to say that he was used as a pawn to increase the fire of Errol Spence? Brother, the fire was already there. Guess what, bud? There was a chance, just a small chance, that if Errol had beat Mikey, we would have had the Tim Bradley Pacquiao effect. Do y'all know what I mean when I say that? Tim Bradley signed the top rank, right? Instead of going to the PBC, he signed the top rank, fought Manny Pacquiao. He beat Manny Pacquiao in the first fight, and instead of inheriting the respect of the fans and becoming a pay-per-view star, he was met with death threats to the point where it put him in a state of depression, and he fought Ruslan Provodnikov in the dumbest fight I've ever seen him. going toe-to-toe, blow for blow. Who are you trying to impress? He was talking slow for almost a year after that. He said that. He fought a stupid fight. Now, he still won, but how he fought Ruslan Provodnikov was out of a It was out of a reaction to how the fan base treated him. He was looking for love and found more hate. But that could have happened to Errol. But what you're finding out is Texas is different. If you're a fighter, they respect you. It has nothing to do with your ethnicity. You know, there's some of that going on, but not in abundance. Salute the black fight fan. I'm not in Texas. He is. He told us that. He says that all the time. So now you breaking the Mikey Garcia glass? He kind of, as far as moving up in weight, he did what you did, minus the accolades as far as titles are concerned. The red carpet was rolled out for you, bud. All you had to do was accept 60-40 when this whole thing got started. We're here because of you, man. And this isn't hatred. I want you to succeed. I want you to feed your family. But when you say things like this, you give these weird ass interviews like this, it's hard, man. It's ridiculous. Look what he says. But you got to think it was all tailor-made for him to build him up, give him a couple of fights, and ultimately him and Spence was going to fight. Crawford said, yeah, we'll throw you a bone here and there, but to get you, just to get you excited and, you know, believing in us. But after the Errol Spence fight, where was Mikey Garcia? Yeah, okay, he fought Sandor Martin and he lost. And he eventually retired. So what? Guess what? That has nothing to do with Al using Mikey. Mikey got a lot of paydays. He could have walked away from the PBC because it was a fight-by-fight basis. And at no time did Mikey ever say, yo, man, Al Heyman did bad by me. Al Heyman did dirty by me, because he'd have said it immediately. He never said that. This is you creating stuff, man. Why are you lying, dude? This is bullshit, bud. Come on, dogs. Come on, man. You believe this? Nobody believes you, because Mikey hasn't said Al Heyman. Come on, man. The only people that talk bad about Al are the people that can't do what he does. It's a short list of fighters that talk bad about Al because they ain't there. Come on, man. Was it Monterosian that said, yo, I wish I never left the PBC? Vanis Monterosian, wasn't that him? Leo Santa Cruz named his son after Al. What are you talking about, man? Where's Mikey Garcia? He retired. He's going to the Hall of Fame. He had a great career. He hung it up. If he felt if he can't beat guys like Sandor Martin, I got to hang it up, man, before I get hurt. And he walked away with all his marbles and millions of dollars. That's it. Salute to Mikey Garcia. I ain't got nothing bad to say about him. He did his thing and he left the game young with all his marbles with millions of dollars, which is how I want every fighter to leave the game, especially you, bud. This difficulty is your fault, man. Come on, dogs. The red carpet was rolled out for you. 60-40, you take it, you beat Errol's ass, you 60-40 or 70-30 him when you're in the driver's seat. But just because you beat Errol doesn't mean that you inherit his fans. You might get more hate, but make it work for you. You got a fan base, right? Maybe if you had went to the PBC, Al Heyman could have assisted in helping you make it Omaha a fight state. Omaha, Nebraska. Come on, man. This is ridiculous. I'm reading this. This is crazy. And at the end, he says, it's obviously not my fault why the fault hasn't happened. Look, this is what it says. It's not my, I don't know if this is a typo. It says Crawford said, the very last, look, link will be in the description. You can read the very last line. If they quoted him word for word and put it up on here, that's what he said. This might be a typo from Boxing Scene. I don't know. It says, it's obviously not my fault why the fault hasn't happened, Crawford said. Okay, man. Okay, man. Okay, man. But look, this is not a good look, but from right now, you need to stop talking, stay in camp, beat the shit out of David Avanesian, and in the springtime, just fight Errol, because I'm done listening at this point. The more you talk, the worse it looks for you. Please stop talking, get in the ring, handle your business, and fight Errol. You need to stop talking to people. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. This is crazy. Bronx on deck. Move!